This was my physique at about 58 kilos. I was super skinny, unconfident, and just had a really hard time with a lot of things. And this is my physique now. A year and a half later, after I bulked up. And I want the same transformation for you. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to do to be able to bulk up easily and in a way that doesn't make you fat. So keep watching this video if you want to know exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. So the reason why I actually got into the gym and started bulking in the first place was just because I felt horrible as a skinny guy. I went through so many issues like being self-conscious about taking my shirt off and just being in public without my shirt on. And even with my shirt on, I still felt skinny and insecure. So this is why I actually started bulking, and it completely changed my life. Because it gave me more confidence, more strength, and just a more dominant presence. Now that sounds pretty stupid, but if you're a skinny guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is why I decided to start bulking and why you should as well. And to be honest, it wasn't an easy path. I went through a lot of struggles and a lot of bad advice before I actually found what really works. So I'm now going to go into what you can do to bulk up effectively and very quickly. So when I started trying to bulk, all I did was I ate more food and I tried to train a bit more in the gym. But the problem was the food I was eating was bad quality. Not bad quality as in it was cheap or anything, but it was just not healthy food. I was eating a bunch of junk food, ice cream, french fries. And I thought that this was going to help me bulk up because I'd seen all the guys online drinking a bunch of chocolate milk, eating burgers, eating pizza, saying that was helping them bulk up. And I did start to gain weight. But the weight was all fat. I was not building muscle. And I couldn't figure out why. Because I was training hard, I was eating more, and I was gaining weight, but it just wasn't muscle. And I just went from looking skinny to looking chubby. It wasn't helpful. And that's because I was dirty bulking, and dirty bulking doesn't work. And this is why I teach and why I believe in lean bulking. Because after this happened, I came across the concept of it, and it made so much more sense. It's eating lean and healthy foods, but in higher quantities, prioritizing protein and complex carbohydrates for energy and muscle building. So and then you don't end up just putting on fat, but you actually build a physique because you're eating high protein and high complex carbs. You just eat a small surplus of 300 to 400 calories, which will allow you to bulk up, but in a way that stops you from getting fat, which is sustainable long term and reduces any need to cut. You see these guys that dirty bulk and they gain a bunch of weight, but then they have to cut for months. They have to cut off all of the fat. If you lean bulk like what I'm teaching you to do, then it will allow you to lose all of the fat, which is just a very little amount. Because you've been lean bulking, the majority of all of your weight is muscle. And the very small part that is fat, you can shed it off within a couple weeks. And that is why lean bulking is the ultimate, the best method of bulking up. And that's what I teach inside of my program, the Bulking Blueprint. But I'm going to go into some more actionable advice that you can use right now. So here's what you should do to get started with lean bulking. Firstly, you need to be eating in a calorie surplus. But you want all of those calories to be clean, nutritious food. Let's say you already just eat chicken and rice, that's great. Just eat higher quantities, have a bit more chicken, a bit more rice. This is all you need to lean bulk. Because we're not going for 1,000 calorie surplus where you have to resort to junk food, chocolate milk, and milkshakes to bulk up. But we're eating clean and healthy food, which will help us feel good, actually build some real muscle, and reduce any need to cut by about 90%. So that's why you should always be eating in a small calorie surplus, but one that is made up of nutritious, high protein food. The second thing you need to do is you need to start training harder in the gym. You need to train to failure, and you need to be pushing progressive overload, which is you keep changing the weight and the amount of reps you're doing inside of the gym in your workouts. Let's say this session I'm using 10 kilo dumbbells to do bicep curls. Next week I want to try and be using 12. I just need to keep reiterating, keep changing things up by increasing and progressing. So my muscles never get used to it and I keep putting on more muscle. And finally, the last thing that you have to be doing is you need to be recovering well. Now that you're bulking, you're going to be training harder than ever before, but if you're not recovering properly, you risk getting injured or getting sore and just not being able to train as often as you would like to. So what I do is I hit the sauna. If you have a sauna, I highly recommend that you use it. But if you don't have access to one, you need to be stretching and you need to be sleeping at least 7 to 9 hours per night. This is how you can bulk up effectively by following the lean bulking plan. But this is just the start. If you want a full plan to bulk up in just 90 days, the full system, then you can join the bulking blueprint. If you check out the top link in the description, you can join today. And you get the full program to bulk up from skinny to strong. You get tools and trackers that I've built just for the program and so much more. And if you're one of the first 20 guys to join, I'm going to be giving you some one-on-one coaching directly from me. So if you want all of that, check out the top link in the description and you can join today. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.